Okay. I have retrieved some snack foods and a glass of milk, and we're back online with Bloodborne BL4. I may occasionally slurp into the mic or chew on something. I just wanted to get the game booted up super fast, because I only got like 2 hours probably before I need to be laying down, because I'm going to run out of steam. Oh, whoops. That was a misclick. Wow, I've used a lot of bullets. Am I actually, like, out of bullets? No, we're alright. I did use a bunch, though. I think fire paper is the armament of choice for the next boss. It's still going to be a bit before I get over there, but I'm going to make sure I have it. Okay, so I'm going to check on a couple of ideas to see if I want to work on the DLC, or if I want to go after Marigo's Wet Nurse. I'm going to go after Marigo's Wet Nurse first, to remember how much of a ridiculous fight that is. From what I recall, it's a very ridiculous fight. Let's see. So I actually made my way up to the fight while I was offline for a segment. So, yeah, things happen. But basically, we're going to take this elevator to get up there. I was closer to the fight than I had thought. Basically, though, we've got this courtyard with this lass hanging out. And this woman is Yarnum, the individual for whom this place is, like the place that we've been at is named. And she's over here in the Nightmare of Menses. Clearly she's having some trouble. She's in some distress. It seems as though I believe the loose framework for the game is that she's given birth to a god, and this god kind of chills out in the nightmare. So we take an extra, like, the god has not been fully birthed, I guess. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't quite get it. We've got all these mummified dudes here with the cages on their head, more participants in the ritual of Menses that has given rise to this nightmare, where we've got this infant crying, this newborn god. And here in this courtyard, we've got its nightmare nanny, which is considered the final boss of the any % run of the game. It's a lovely music for this thing, which is basically like some sort of awful crow thresher demon creature. I'm gonna just watch it attack for a moment so I can remember, like, the basics of what it can do. The second phase for this thing is really awful. Okay, so we can 3-hit combo with that. Standard stuff. I think I'm going to have to do this unlocked so I can dodge through those attacks. I'm going to take a couple of tries at this, but I think this boss is actually harder than some of the DLC bosses. It might have less health, I'm not sure about that. Now, notably, Ebrietas is an extra boss, whereas this is like part of the standard scripting of the game. Also notably, I think I'm not supposed to necessarily be doing lightning damage against this. I think ordinary damage is best. So I'll change my weapon after this attempt. We'll send these elevators back down after we use them. So we don't have to recall them every time. The biggest trouble in terms of the DLC and working on that is I don't actually know where the lamps are. I'll pick that up. It's not meaningful to pick it up, but I'll pick it up anyway. Wait, I just said I wasn't going to lock on. Yeah, she has that, like, walk forward attack. It's pretty nasty. And as far as Bloodborne bosses go, this is absolutely one that we don't really spend a lot of time trying to hit in the face. Pretty solid routine with good progress. I think with an ideal weapon we'd have her in phase 2. But I think we're doing lower damage with this and she's a bit resistant. I think this is her phase transition. Yeah. So in her phase transition, she will summon a phantasm that attacks us. I might be able to interrupt her from performing that conjuration. So I'm going to take a quick trip back to the dream and re-kit my weapon. If I can stun her out of that setup, I can push a lot of damage. And if I can't, the alternative is going to have to be that we basically have to wait out that phase. It's going to make everything unsafe. So we go back to tempering damp. Yeah, and the nourishing damp is still our best here. Yeah, damp blood tinge is still the best there. Actually, that durability is very low. Do I have... I don't have any cold blood. I'm going to sell something real quick. Need to sell a bit more. There. That's enough for repairs. I think the fact that the repair mechanic exists in this game is pretty weird. It's very seldomly needed. Let's see. But your weapon absolutely loses a ton of damage if it hits a certain breakpoint without being repaired. I think it's if it goes below 100 durability or so. And it's the same break mechanic as it is in Dark Souls 1, as opposed to the Dark Souls 2 and 3 break mechanics, which are pretty much just better. It is interesting to look at some of the design decisions for Dark Souls 3 and see how it's a fusion of the 1 and 2 mechanics. You took the good mechanics from 1, the good mechanics from 2, except for power stance. And power stance is a good mechanic that's missing. But Bloodborne is missing some of the Dark Souls 2 innovations because it was developed in parallel. The thing that was most interesting about that is that Bloodborne feels like markedly newer than Dark Souls 2, but they were developed at about the same time. Yeah, that's a good bit more damage. It's like 40%, maybe more. Oops. She will generally be the one to pivot away, so I don't have to worry about like moving away from her quite so much. Whoops. I did not do any more damage despite hitting her in theoretically the face. I need to try and see if I can hit her with... the wing flap is what signifies her phase 2 transition. I'm not certain how to perceive the incoming phantom attack, so I might just die out of the blue here. Yeah, here she starts doing like lunges and stuff. Long stabs. She can stretch her limbs. But I'm relatively certain this is a phase or an ability with a timer. So I think I can just run around in circles to wait it out. I'm not sure. It might be that I can't wait it out and I just have to deal with it. But I have no idea how to deal with the okay, no, I can wait it out. I'm not sure if I can wait that out every single time or if it's going to change. The hit sound effect doesn't sound like I'm landing clean hits. So there might be some weak point on the boss. I can't... Let's see, the lock-on doesn't have any difference, so... The boss theoretically doesn't have a head. I'm not sure. Yeah, that attack is just, like, bad news. Like, you just can't hang out for that attack. Oh, what? I had no idea what to make of that. But thankfully I'm not dead. So apparently at some point she can do teleports, I guess? It's probably like a frustrated get off me style thing. There's her phase transition again. Hit a bit. There's the phantom. Okay. Some good old distance. Keep. Okay, now the phantom's like here for real, like showing up. And doing like grab attacks and all sorts of things. Oh my god. I'm quite flummoxed. What do I do? What do I do? Don't die. Don't die. Just don't die. Right, that's the strat. Meanwhile, boss going ham. Just all over the place. Okay. Okay, we got one of her again. Let's go. You and me. Just you and me and nobody else. Please. Please move out of the corner. I have no idea how to fight you when your back is to the wall. I need that space. Blam. A full 69 damage. Very real. I'm sure you're very concerned about that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Off the back wall. Off the back wall. No! Oh no, that's the teleport. Okay, the teleport's fine. Please no spooky phase. We've got spooky phase. Camera is havoc for this phase, by the way. In case you can't tell, like, my camera's being snapped around willy-nilly like nobody's business. To the game's credit, it's snapping the camera around... No. It's snapping the camera around in a way that helps me focus on the boss a bit. Like, if the boss appears behind me, it's zooming out the camera to show the boss. Okay, so I didn't push enough damage between phases in that last bit because she had her back to the wall for a long time and I didn't know what to do. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's pretty rough, but that's a lot closer than I thought I would be after these attempts. I mean, I knew that her clone phase was going to be pretty much absolute havoc. I think if it's actually one of her in the darkness, I think I can actually put up with that to a good extent. I'm not sure how much extra damage I'm getting out of the fire paper. I'm going to use it more consistently, though, because I'm able to... Whoa! That's different. Getting moody, are you? Ouch. Yeah, she doesn't want me getting ahead of myself. Oh, whoops. I was too close to that. And not left enough. Ah, I'm not getting behind her correctly. Well, figures I would start screwing up when I tried to do fancy stuff. Whoops. Never going to get 3 shots, so I need to do R1L1 on that. Yeah, too early. Right, that attack ends with a skewer if she's in a mood. I'm just messing up dodges left, right, and center. And now I don't have a lot of, blasts. Oh my god. It's like just a little bit off. I'm gonna keep fighting as though I haven't already botched it, because maybe I'll stop botching it. You gotta believe in yourself. I was wondering when she was going to decide to do this. She largely wasn't doing it. Nope. Feeling pokey, are you? Please stop jumping. He gonna keep jumping. It's his thing. And I'm not talking about Murgo, I'm talking about my character who loves to jump. That's right, I tried to make an attack there. That's how bold I was feeling. I am a sassy lost child. Come on. No. He went for a jump again. Those jumps, man. Those jumps. Too many jumps. I was getting air that boss fight. That being said, she didn't do the first phase thing. Also, I used a lot of fire paper. As it turns out, I am avoiding most of the stuff in the crazy phase pretty successfully. I think that last run, I got hit by one thing in the Phantom phase. So, the speedrun strat for this boss is that you just skip that entire phase somehow. I just don't remember how. I think it needs you to have, like, you know, stats. I thought I was dead there, but I'm not. Sassy. Baited. Not quite. Mistake on my part. get it. You don't like being shot. Oh, teleport. I thought she was doing the darkness thing. There you are. Those out after the skewer. Can't you do like 4-blade slam or something? Ouch. There it is. I reject your attack patterns and substitute my own. Ah, teleport? Where are you at? There she is. Not now. I was so close. Just die. Okay. Totally skippable phase. Just don't let the boss breathe. Speaking of things that don't get to breathe, it's a little dark, but... the nightmare is slain. We acquire the final 1/3 of umbilical cord, for a total of 4/3 of umbilical cord. So after heading back, and while showing the exact number of blood echoes and inventory you get for this... Oh, yeah, that's on fire, by the way. Note, just like a thing, it's on fire. It's going to be on fire for now. We'll go to stats, show off. We are indeed BL4. This is the any percent proof. We've now completed the any percent of the run. Now, I'm going to buy maybe a couple more fire papers, like a couple, and I'm going to spend all the rest on more blood vials, because I was pretty low. Alright, so the next thing we'll do is we will consume the 1/3 of umbilical cord, and the Madman's Knowledge. And I think we're going to turn that into Beast Blood Pellets. Unless there's something else particularly cool. I think now we can technically buy Blood Rocks, which would allow us to maximize another weapon, but that requires 60 insight, which is actually insane. But you're only actually able, in the course of a standard game, to get 1 Blood Rock on the floor. In order to get more, you have to spend insight or do Chalice dungeons. Let's see, I think I'm going to get Beast Blood Pellets. That's one thing I did not have any left of, and they're very... you can't buy them with Blood Echoes at any point in time. You just don't get to. And I have more fire paper, I think, over here. Yes, I do. So we'll grab some more fire paper. Okay, and now we're on to the DLC, because we've got the DLC and then the two final bosses, Hunter Gehrman and the Moon Presence. So that was, man, that boss was so much easier than I remember it being. I suppose casually, you don't really need to spend the time to figure out Marigo's Wet Nurse, and when you actually figure it out, it's not that big a deal. It's kind of slow moving. And it's really just, like, showing off, again, Ebrietas is a bonus fight. It's harder. So I need to find out how to open this door, because that should be a very reasonable shortcut. If this mirrors the actual chapel, then the other side of that door should kind of link into those buildings over there, and I haven't figured out how to get there just yet. So this is the DLC, The Hunter's Dream, or The Hunter's Nightmare. And it kind of showcases a sort of purging of sorts. Whoops, slipped. That was probably better for my health anyway. We don't even actually need to go that way. We don't actually need to beat that guy. Ouch. Ouch. That's actually the direction we need to go. It's not that it's easier to get past this guy. I kind of got to get past some of these guys no matter what I do. And they're tough. Someday, in the far-flung future, I would love to see the game modded. Randomizers might be cool for it. More than that, though, I would just like to see people mod in a couple quality of life changes, like key remappings. Yeah, more than this. Mostly what I want to see is Dark Souls 3 jump inputs, so that I stop jumping when I'm trying to, like, dodge. I'm doing that all the time. How much I can loot this guy. That's the handy thing about gun parries. You don't have to be in melee to parry. Alright, so we get blood vials from him. And if he's dead, we can take this path up over here. Dogs always get knocked down by gunshots. It's pretty helpful. Cool transform attack, bro. I'm not super familiar with the actual attack patterns for those guys. I haven't fought them very much. Okay, so earlier I jumped down there and I opened that gate, but... Okay, so there's that guy there, and this is the other way. I haven't been up here very much. And, okay, normally there's also a ladder here, but in the Nightmare there isn't. There's, like, contrast how this area differs. We've got some beasts hanging out there. The beasts and hunters will fight each other if they're in proximity. Okay, and then this connects to this. Yeah, that all matches. Alright, then I'm heading up here. So I want to go a little ways up here to trigger the flaming boulder, then get out of the way. then I can come up here, and there's some stuff happening at the chapel that I'm going to ignore, and then I can head over this way. I haven't found any other lamp around here, though. It's like, this is the spot where I feel I would have put a lamp as a game dev. So I think I'm missing one that's somewhere around here. Because you come into this area, and there's like this little kind of gunshots puzzle, where you have to time your run correctly to not get killed. Okay, that's what was causing that gunshot before. It's this switch on the floor. There's that guy there is actually controlling it. If I shoot him, the gunshots will stop. I had to check to make sure that was actually true. So now that it is, I can get through this segment more easily. That's cool. These guys wake up every day and choose violence, and I wish it were not the case. Okay, so we got some dudes at the end of the hall here. These guys are more ordinary. They're only like slightly stronger than standard goons. Okay. I was trying to remember what was bad about them, and then yeah, okay, they throw nasty stuff. Okay, that guy's a full-blown hunter. I should have known by his top hat. So I can jump down to the river past those guys. I've done that before. Oh yeah, that's true. I was spending a lot of that Dark Souls 3 run accidentally kicking mid-combo. I think it would almost be better if kicking was just a dedicated button. Okay, so I think it's going to be fastest for me to go through here. And I think I can probably give this guy the slip if I do it right. Although occasionally he might just want to shoot me with a shotgun and give me a bad time. There we go. So if I slip him, I can just run up here and go straight to the section with the guns. Yep, trigger the fire. Fire takes out those guys. This time they didn't all die. Thankfully, one of them got me a blood vial. Let all that happen. Come over this way. Back to this gunman section. Run here, shoot him. I have to be to the left of this little thing, then I can shoot him. Cool. And this guy's standing on a little trap so that you might get shot when he activates. It was weird, he didn't get shot. I don't understand why not. Anyways, when we come down here, so this is one of those sections where waiting punishes you. That's the hunter. Moving down here to evade the hunter for a moment. I think those delayed Molotovs are purchasable. There's a bunch of grody stuff down in this little blood river, but jumping down there I believe is a one-way trip. I think, is there a spot where we can jump? I think there's a broken bit of fence. There is not a broken bit of fence. I'm mistaken. So I need to get past this guy, who's got a big angry hammer and is glowering at me. Isn't that fun? And nothing wants to break. Okay, I don't suppose there's another way to deal with this. Can I shoot you? Nope. That fence is sturdy, man. launch. Ah! Whew! Hey, it's a very cool looking weapon. I'm sure it's a powder kegs thing. Yoink. Excuse me. Okay, this building looks like a giant trap. Delayed Molotovs, cool. Looking for one-way doors that I might need to open. There's a guy back there with a gun that we don't want to stand in front of. Get bearings, get bearings. Kill you, you're normal. Okay, they may not be sending more guys after me through the building. So up this way would be where the central Yarnum bonfire usually is. This is, like, around here's... Oh boy, what are you? You've got beast claws. That's a transformed hunter. That's actually a trick weapon that you can get around here, the beast claws. It's somewhere in the DLC. It's really cool. This is a dead end. Am I going to die? It's getting likelier. Okay, so this guy probably has some crazy drop. Unkind. It's taking very little damage. The fire helps. Mostly wait for the leaps, it seems. He does like to do it, so... Oh, his arm changed. I really don't want you to also have low health, like, combat change mechanics. Big damage. Give me that! That was some junk. Okay, I've only got 4 bullets left to try and cinch this. I think his AI might have broken, and I'll take it. Okay. Blood Dreg and Firing Hammer. Okay. A badge is an item that makes the shop drop new things. So we have now added new items to the shop, which means he was a very important kill. Blood Dregs are... you can turn those into Advance a Covenant. Does not matter almost at all. But the badge is really cool. Okay, so I want to come over here. That is a neat trick. Huh. Right. Well, I'm going to see what's new in the shop real quick. I don't think it's anything actually important to the run. Um, but it's kind of a badge of honor to be able to kill that guy. Also, it looks like maybe I'm out of bullets. So I did shoot quite a lot of bullets into that guy, and they didn't restock. That's another thing I would love to see modded in the game that exists in Dark Souls 3. Automatic item restocking. Oh, I actually don't have any more bullets. Just flat out don't. I'm just low on those. Huh. I'm probably going to need those to live. So what's new that we can buy? We can buy delayed Molotovs, delayed rope Molotovs. Probably some weapons that we can't use, I'm gonna guess. We can buy the Beast Cutter now. We found a Beast Cutter earlier. We can't equip it because it requires 11 strength. Oh, the Hunter Axe is actually viable. So that's, you can use that for the, BL4. That's cool. I think the Hunter Axe and the Saw Cleaver are, like, not that different. You can just pick. I think the, Threaded Cane is a little tricky to use because its damage is quite low. It can hit from super far away, but you could also just attack when it's safe. I've got access to the Rider Palash and the Chikage, which I believe, I think the reason I have both of those is because of the Canehurst stuff. The Canehurst badge. I can't equip either of them, of course. Can't equip the Tontritus. We can't use anything other than the 3 baseline weapons and the Saw Spear. And that is the run. We can use the pistol, the blunderbuss, can't use the repeating pistol, can't use Ludwig's rifle, or the piercing rifle, or the Evelyn, can't use the cannon for sure. Oh, the flame sprayer is actually usable, as is the Rosmarinus. So, that's something, I guess. Okay, well, it was cool that we got that, but not important. I might sell something. We can't equip the Beast Cutter, so I'm going to sell it and use it to buy bullets. There. That's enough bullets to get by. I'm usually not too concerned about whether or not I have bullets, but bullets are very good at, like, helping to even... like, spamming some bullets is handy to even the playing field against certain enemies that are just distinctly advantaged against our soft, frail body. Okay, so we got to manage a lot of this run again after taking that death, because I didn't find any kind of shortcut or anything like that. Which seems to be just the way the story goes. I'm really not finding shortcuts or lamps. Ouch. Hey, that works. I'm gone. Peace. Let's not remark on how many blood echoes that cost me. Fire. Down. Yeah, the fire boulder and looting these guys is good for a few blood vials every run. And an armor piece. That's fancy. We're occasionally getting other blood echoes because hunters are killing the infected. Blam. Come here. Walk forward. There we go. Okay. I kind of want to take a moment to look down. So I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to get down that little river thingy, because that kind of dead-ended over there on the left after I got into that building. That building might have a second floor. or a lower floor or something, because that's the way it worked in the non-nightmare realm. Well, I'm pretty sure my goal is just to get down into that bloody goop that passes for water. I think I might see something over there. Actually, this might be a use case for the monocular. I'm not super familiar with all this. Well, that doesn't help tremendously. Oh, that's what that button was. I forgot. Yeah, I can't zoom. And you actually can fight with the view like that. That's theoretically an option. Okay, so I thought I saw... Yeah, there's an item right there that I'm going to run and go grab. Let's see. It's on the lower balcony at the far end. I don't know how I missed it before. Probably out of vague concerns for my life. I stepped into a delayed firebomb. So that happened. Forgot about that guy. Oh, so... Oh, no, it's a different little offshoot. It's over there. Is it on the other side of the building, maybe? Perhaps that's my destination. Everything went into slow motion for a bit there. Aha! So I can run out of that building over here, and now we can take a fall, and now we're in the water, along with this guy. Not for long, though. Okay, there's a lot of nasty junk over here. I'm imagining there's a shortcut, which might be that door over there. These fat tick things, probably super dangerous. Grab this. Cold blood? Cool. Okay, I can't get up there, so that's not the shortcut. Whoop. Can I backstab you? Not in the mood? Okay, so they can shoot piercing blood jets. Now I know that. Now there are two of them, and I'm dead. And that is slow poison. So I thought that door might be openable, but I can't walk up that little ramp area. So I think the next thing to do is to get up those stairs, past a few more of these ticks. Bloodlickers. Whatever the heck they are. These rude dudes with Tude. Okay. Probably don't need the monocular. I don't think it's going to help us do this. Okay, but I do need to run into the building and, like, out on the right side. That was a cool new discovery. Yeah, he does tend to like opening with a shotgun, I think, so I bet on that. And it worked. Super glad this guy has that first reaction of being shot. Oh, he can get shot by that. Cool. Further forward. That was a heck of a correction. So I guess he can do that. Noted. heal later, as long as I'm not dead. You're a big boy. Excuse me. I am very busy, you know. I have tremendous things to get done that don't involve dying here, so if you could just stop, all of you, with your various deadly accoutrements. What's in here? You look like I might be able to talk to you.
You're a hunter with your sanity, aren't you? Must have taken a wrong turn, then, eh?
Well, I think the sanity part's debatable after all those Ebrietas attempts.
This is the hunter's nightmare, where hunters end up when drunk with blood. You've seen them before. Aimless, wandering hunters slavering like beasts. This is what the poor fools have to look forward to. So, unless you've something of an it. Oh yes, I see. You sense a secret within the night, as if the spirit of Bergenworth lives on within you. Such inquisitive hunters will relish the nightmare. Beware. Secrets, especially when the secrets are... Beware.
Okay, cool. Aha, it is a shortcut. Okay. So now we've found our shortcut lamp that puts us on, effectively, this bridge. And I saw there was a set of stairs that go down. It looks like there's this too, where this goes. Constable's gloves, how very proper. Ah, this area here looks reminiscent of the segment in Yarnum leading to Gascoigne. Hey there. I'll just chop you down. Anybody else take an interest in that? No? That's what I thought. Good. Any items under the bridge, or is it just like a horrible, horrible number of enemies? Alright, yeah, you just hang out over there, bud. I'm gonna check out what's in this cave. It's a tunnel. A tunnel of doom. That looked like a scurrying beast. Oh, it's a dog. Scurrying beasts are the is the actual name for the lizards of Bloodborne. Frenzied Cold Blood 9, solid. More importantly, I've checked that offshoot. I don't need to check it again. Just a man and his dog, just chilling. Until I murdered them both. 4 bullets. Murdered for a few spare bullets. I think these are cold blood flowers. There are some crows on the rafters beyond this guy. I need to watch out for them. I'm checking around for ladders as well. Ouch. Okay. As long as I'm healthy, I can run from him. That's okay. There's another way in there. And this is nothing but death. Oh, look, a ladder. These don't. There we go. Okay, so let's see. There's got to be... Okay, it looks like that other ladder over there might be able to be brought down. Is this a ladder? What is this? There's a matching thing like this on the other side. It's just a crane. Okay. So... there must be a way to get over there behind all that stuff. Oh, and this is a fall to an item? Well, let's go grab that. Ow. Hey, buddy. Hey, I got a thingy, so there we go. I Yep. Let's just squash that. Where'd it go? And it's gone. Okay. We'll make use of our handy-dandy shortcut. Any new lines? Nope. So hey, finding a shortcut here is better than I've done before in terms of navigating this area. Last time I did this, I didn't find a shortcut, but I did find a boss at the end of a very long run. That was quite perturbing. Oh, you have a back kick. Alright, well, I guess the most effective way to deal with those guys is just to keep attacking them from the side. There's an item underneath all of those bloodsuckers, but I'll be damned if I'm going to work on that. Okay. Very creepy little calcified tree-ish thing. Can I run up this? Oh, this dog killed me. Also, it looks like, no, I cannot run up that building. It looks very walkable. It's pretty strange. Oh yeah, if you can set up an auto-moderator that catches a specific phrase, that'd be pretty cool. I'm not sure, actually, if the, what's it called? There is an auto-mod, and I have an auto-mod to, like, give warnings about things, but I haven't made anything, like, explicitly pause or ban-based. The only chatbot I've set up right now is like the baseline one that's afforded by Streamlabs. And I haven't spent too much time tweaking it, so I would not be surprised if it could do better. 3 hits for these dogs. It's like you can almost run up this, but not quite. Okay, so I have to watch out because there's definitely a hunter along this route. And there's the bridge at the end. Or not the bridge, the ladder. Lots of houses that you can't get into. Get it, you hit from very far away. We're all very impressed. But I'm going to climb this ladder now, and it seems like that hunter's allergic to ladders, so works for me. But there's got to be some way to get up to that opposite side, and I can't tell what that would be. I would think maybe there's a way through that gate at the bottom there, but I went up to that gate and didn't see something. Something else? I forgot what killed me. This looks ominous. Okay, at least this blood is not... Oh, that's a weapon! Dude's got a cannon. And he's not alone. You were looking eldritch. Very spooky. Oh, butcher gear. Lovely. Can't get through there. Am I gonna die in this little alley? Or did they lose interest? Remarkable. An eldritch butcher in his natural habitat. Sitting in a ton of blood. Oh no, don't turn around that fast. inconspicuous. Whoa! Hey there! Don't you do that. Ooh, 5 blood vials. That's probably a scripted drop. If it's 5 blood vials for killing a random mook. Anything else of interest back here? Oh, they're just kind of there. I think up here is our boss arena. Yeah. I'd like to hazard a guess. Yeah.
Please. Help us.
Yeah, dude, you, sorry to break it to you, but you are gone.
The great terror looms.
Yeah, it's about to be some primo, Bloodborne stuff. Yeah, this is the one boss of the DLC I've managed to find before. And yeah, I said find for a reason. He killed me pretty quick. Okay, he's got like 1.5 heads, horrid screeching. And he's got a sword on his back that I'm pretty sure he's going to use in Phase 2. Hey, I'm not dead yet. That'll do. Okay, so we probably want to try to align headshots for this guy. Let's see. I might also need to find out if there are other forks in this passage that I'm missing. Past this shortcut. Let's see. So crossing this bridge isn't going to get me anything. Going under the bridge, I don't think is going to get me anything. And over here, I got like a single item, and that was it, just from like one guy. That being said, like this overlooks an area that I haven't gotten to down there, and there's clearly a good amount of stuff there. So it's either that I need to like find my way in there somehow, or I need to get in from. That might be the way of getting in. That looks like a summon, which tells me that this is close to a boss. This might. It shouldn't be the exit from Ludwig, so that might be a different boss. Didn't see that as we were running around. So let's try and match up geography a bit. Oh, right, you're still here. So I've been going through this cave on the left every single time. Don't you pay attention to me. So, I'll move this way a bit, but okay. There's definitely no other passage, like, past those guys. Alright, alright. Is there another way up there? Not seeing one. Okay, yeah, this is the grate I was thinking of. Let's deal with the dogs. Okay, so with the dogs dealt with, there was this area back here which had like an item, and there was the area on the left of the building that had one dog, another guy, and another thingy. So it definitely looks to me like the way to get up there would be like to go up this, but it's a no-go. So... It's possible that there's a terrain change here after beating Ludwig. I think it's either that or there's an interactable I haven't seen. Climb back up this again. So that there I don't know how to interact with. If it was possible to get that stone to slam down or something, or get rid of it, then I could just walk through that area. Now I had thought that I would have to approach from over there to get the item on top of the stone, and then it would loop back to here. But that still doesn't explain how I get on top of this little stretch and grab that item. Which has got to be possible somehow. Oh, wait a second. If I drop to this beam and walk across, I can get there. There we go. Okay. Constable's Guard. So over there is a spot that I've already been, because that's the beginning of that. And I can't get over there from here. So that's still something that is waiting in the wings. Oh, it looks like there's a path there. Like, that stretch behind this looks like it might be walkable. So... how did I gain any health there? Oh, I guess I fell and rallied immediately. Okay, so that looks walkable, but we've got a gate here, so we can't actually get to that. Okay, well we found one more item, and it was an armor piece, and armor pieces are kind of swag. Speaking of which, I haven't checked these in a while. The old hunter cap is a new item. Better arcane resist. Let's see, the butcher mask is new. So much of this stuff is just fashion. Well, this has very good non-standard resistance. Like, the fire and bolt resistance on this is very high. It's actually a pretty good smattering. It's just fairly bad at dealing with frenzy. How does it look? But that's snazzy, actually. I like it. But I don't have like a constable's cap or anything like that. A blindfold cap. That looks kind of cool. Got the knight's wig that comes from Canehurst. If we want to see more of my character. This is always the Menzies cage. I think this is new. The old hunter top hat. Oh, that looks pretty snazzy. Let's see. Have we found the okay, we really haven't found any new trousers, really. We got the butcher trousers. And I think we got the constable gloves just recently. These are actually just almost directly better. I'll go and wear those. Neat. Sporting a new look. Gotta change it up from time to time. Okay, so this is the bit with the guy with the cannon. And he's already on the move, so waiting doesn't help. That's a big blast. Yeah, I thought you might shoot point blank there. So I don't think I went right last. Ah, a lamp! Oh my god, this is right next to the friggin' boss. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, and this is the passage that used to lead to Old Yarnum, right? Underneath the church. It's got a skittering beast. And this is that area that we were overlooking before. And there's the summon thingy. It was close to the boss. It was close to the boss the entire time. Twin Bloodstone shards. Oh my god. That is an angry boy. But we have a new lantern. We don't need to care about him. I have no idea where he came from. I'm gonna jump down there and grab a couple more items, though. Okay, so that's an exciting lamp. We're gonna get to make runs at Ludwig for a while. I just want to finish up this bit with the jumping down here and in with the crows. I can see my shadow for a moment. It was a little spooky. Huh. Yoink! I think this might put me out behind that other area so I can grab that other item. Ah! That was scary. Oh, the whirligig saw. That's like a big deal. What are you? What is that? I'm flabbergasted. Sneeze. Bleh. Okay. I don't think I really need to put myself down there. It's spooky, dangerous. We're gonna head on over and start fighting this other guy. Yeah, I feel like that Nautilus shell is a sign of bad things to come. I think that might have to deal with the third DLC boss, the Orphan of Kos. Oh, I seem to have not filled up on blood vials, so I might be down to my last 20 of those. Probably, yeah. So I'll have to do a farming rotation soon. So we've got about another 45 minutes of time in the stream. And I will have to go to Betty Bye. Okay. Might be really, really hard to get any peace during this fight. So if I need to heal, I'm going to be in a bad way. Oh, he's got an item in his boss arena in the back. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Given the pace that he's moving in and out, I'm not certain if fighting him face to face is the right plan. Honestly, I just need to... Oh, now it refilled my blood vials, so maybe I'm not out of them. Oh, that's right. It's because I didn't die last time. I had just teleported. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the observation phase. I should just fight the boss without using blood vials until I can figure out a bit more about, like, what he's doing. I'm going to use one here. Oh, never mind. I'm going to use a blood vial here. Nope. He says no. Well, hey, we're gonna learn. This is how we learn. I was showing a friend who has not been tuning into the stream on Thursday. I was showing him some of the deaths I took leading up to the Ebrietas kill, especially like I think it was 2 attempts before the kill. I had the boss at like 5% when I died. He took note of the fact that my response was, "That's tragic," instead of, you know, some kind of controller throwing nonsense. Yeah, I figured he would have a horse kick. He looks like he's got a horse face. So I don't want to be sticking around too much towards the back of him. He's just doing a lot of things really fast. So I'm just going to kind of have a way of figuring out how to initially just be somewhere in this boss fight. Also, given that he's like some kind of weird nightmare creature, fire damage might be more effective against him. so I might want to shift my weapon to baseline fire. Or I might just want to stick it out using fire paper. Either way, I need to figure out how to hurt him. Okay, he didn't like that one headshot I got in. He actually had a really big recoil from that. I wonder which one is his good head. Maybe I hit the bad head. Yeah, so I think on the first he's gonna do that same attack to start almost every time with like the first slam. I think if I roll into that, turn back around and try and hit him in the face, I might be able to get like a nice adverse reaction. If that causes a stun like that did every time, I might be able to fit in a charged R2 immediately on that, which might set me up in a good way. I got pushed out further than I wanted to on that last bit there. So I got in a couple head hits without triggering the stun. I think it's, what's it called? It's just a certain number of head hits to get it started on. Another challenge run of it? No, if I finish the BL4, then I'll be done with Bloodborne for a while. Because Elden Ring is the next game made by these game developers. It's coming out, I think, in February. Once it's out, I'm going to be playing that game. If I finish the Bloodborne challenge run before then, I might play Hollow Knight and try to go for some like Pantheon stuff, or I might go back to do another challenge run of Dark Souls 1, or I might spend time trying to finish my all bosses clear of Dark Souls 2. Yeah, it seems like this bit where I'm underneath the boss at the beginning, it's very easy for me to accidentally get pushed out of my good spot with some of his attack patterns. So I might need to walk into him or roll or do something a bit more to avoid that happening. Yeah, this is the Dragon's Lair portion of the boss fight, where we try things to see if they work. A lot of them are not going to, and then we try something else. Sometimes it won't work because we do it wrong. Other times it won't work because we lose track of things. But the learning is like this. It's only once we've learned that we can pivot to execution, where we just try to put together everything we've learned to beat the boss. Oh, that killed me. I was... How much health did I have when that killed me? Okay. I had all of it, but I took like 3 hits. I actually like thought I was still alive and still had to fight. It's like I only noticed like one of those impacts, and I looked at my health bar and I didn't see that it was completely orange. Well, those attacks on his head felt good. I just needed to get the roll afterwards correct. Yeah, I think what I want to do here is get the right timing on things to force him back, get in headshots, and roll in on most of his attack patterns to try and get under him to avoid those. And it looks like he's going to prefer to back up a lot of the time if I'm doing that. That being said, the one time I got a bigger damage response, I'm not getting that again, and I feel like I got that response within only 1 or 2 hits. So I'm thinking that that was actually for hitting the mouth full of eyes that is on his secondary head. Got a big leap. I needed to roll probably away on that leap instead of right. Or I need to actually look up. Or just time it. But that's definitely going to be one of his big openings, if I can figure out where it's going to land. Like, that's the kind of attack where if I can figure out where it's going to land, I might be able to land a charged R2 by starting a charge while he's in the air. But I just need to understand how that lands with respect to me. Like, does he pick where he's going to land when he starts the attack? Does he, does the attack track me in midair? I think it's loosely tracking me. Oh, whoops. Yep. Yep. Positioning came out pretty rough there. If I get actually knocked down during the fight, it's going to be bad. How on earth did I get that big stun on him before? Did I interrupt an attack? Oh, you know what? I've been thinking about it a little bit earlier this week. And I think I've got time on Sunday, because some plans I was trying to make didn't pan out. So normally I was thinking, oh, I'll do more Bloodborne on Sunday, and it's pretty cool that I'm on a boss right now that I could continue to work on. I love working on bosses. But I might instead download Halo Infinite and play that for a while. Ha! Not dead. Now I'm dead. Yeah, his retreating attack there, like, hits right under his belly, kinda. So, and it does a lot of damage. That's what tells me that I'm not actually supposed to fight him from underneath him, because that attack's gonna come out fast. Now, normally, and this has been a trend ever since, this has pretty much been a trend ever since Dark Souls 1. The devs don't want you to fight the boss from a posture that prevents you from looking at the boss. They want their boss to be shown off while you're fighting it. That's a lot of why Midir has like this one attack that he'll only do if you're underneath him, and it's a really nasty attack. Because they want you to look at the boss. Ouch. Doesn't necessarily mean I should lock onto the boss. So it looks like this dude probably rode a horse once upon a time. And now I think he is also, like, I think that horse joined him. I think the horse is kind of riding him now. Because it looks like he's got horse feet, hooves, just kind of kicking around, flailing up there. Also, by the way, this is a challenge run of Bloodborne. I am playing the game with a character at the minimum level possible. If that wasn't clear. That is BL4, Blood Level 4. If he gets up to the stairs, I can't see where his attacks actually are because they clip into the stairs. So we want to make sure we fight him down in the blood pool the whole time. But yeah, another challenge run of Bloodborne I think seems unlikely. I was watching a little footage because there was a clip that was apparently popular on Twitch for somebody doing, it looked like a Bloodborne speedrun, I'm not sure. I think he was just doing like high difficulty stuff. He seemed that he was a speedrunner, but it looks like he did an animation swap between the Whirligig Saw and the cannon. So he was shooting the Whirligig Saw. No, he was shooting the cannon at the Whirligig Saw's attack speed. And the Whirligig Saw is just, you know, a buzzsaw on a stick. So at about the speed the buzzsaw spin generates hits, that's how quickly he was firing the cannon. He destroyed the moon presence in, like, 3 seconds. The moon presence is the vanilla final boss of the game. So right now we're doing 1 out of the 3 of the DLC bosses. DLC bosses are generally harder than the base game bosses for these FromSoft titles. So this boss is probably tougher than the moon presence actually is. What's it called? And the remaining bosses are Gehrman the Hunter and the moon presence. That's the remaining base game bosses. There's also Chalice dungeons, and we could theoretically do more Chalice dungeon stuff because there are bosses that are unique that hang out in Chalice dungeons. Oh, he can't land where he took off from. Big fine, big fine. Okay, so it looks like he can kind of end a combo with the charging hand stop with his strong hand, the backhand. So I need to not, what's it called? It's not safe for me to do 2 heals just because he looks like he's doing a combo, because he can end that combo with a charging attack. And hey, it's better to find that out now. Rather, I'm gonna find it out now. My greediest, worst healing will always happen when I'm least familiar with the boss. Alright, let's go. I got hit by the retreating attack again. Yeah, anytime I try to stick in, I'm gonna get hit by that. So I need to shake that habit, even though it seems like it would be the right thing to do for a boss of this shape. Seems a very active boss. I think my game plan for this should be to kind of weave in and out of being under him versus in front of him. Probably. I don't know. If his retreating claw attack instant kills me, then I probably just never want to be where that attack would be. Oh, that was a trampling charge? That's the first time I've seen that attack. Okay. So we'll probably need to figure out what the telegraph is for that. Or how to not make it happen. I dodged some key stuff there, though. And I was getting back to hitting him in the face. It might actually be worth seeing what lock-on zones the boss has. If there are multiple spots of the boss that I can lock onto, then one of them is probably a weak point. Ouch. Just one. I'm having a really hard time sussing out, like, how I'm supposed to address this without just dodging like a fiend. Okay, maybe I am supposed to get behind him and use that to bait out certain attacks. Oof. Yeah, if folks are coming into your chat to like talk whatever, you can either just turn on follower only chat or just like ban them out. I think the reason people don't talk trash in my chat generally is that, you know, they pop over here and they like gather up pretty quick that I'm trying to run at it with a cool demeanor. And they look at it. I usually have some good comments going towards, you know, whoever I was playing against. And I think that, you know, keeps everything in a good mood. Oh, that was a bummer. I did not want to go up the stairs, so that set me up in a bad way. I made decent progress that fight, but that's because he didn't use the attack that's been killing me. Ouch. Yeah, just ban people like that. When I was first doing streaming, I was using my work headset for it, and it's just like a really cheap headset I got to do call center stuff, basically. So it's only got, it only covers like one ear. Sound quality was a bit worse. This microphone's just not as good. And yeah, I definitely had some people come in and say like, hey, what's up with that mic? Oh, my dodge didn't come out between those? Okay. I really thought I'd have that dodge in. So I managed to use 3 blood vials for no reason. Oh, this is how we try to make progress on this. Whew. Yeah, this is definitely a Bloodborne fight because I have no idea how I could start to win. And then one of these attempts, I'll suddenly like push him into second phase and everything's gonna click. So I'm thinking one possible strat is just stay safe and punish like the big slam. Yeah, that's a pattern that's been happening. If he hits me with the headbutt, it seems he'll generally do a retreating attack afterwards, and that's getting me a lot. The headbutt happens a little fast, so I have not been doing a great job at avoiding it, but his retreating attack on its own is not actually lethal. It's only been lethal because I'm taking a hit beforehand. And when I take the hit from the head nod, the damage from that is like 40%, so my instinct on that is to try and rally, especially since I'm at his head at the time. Alright, I've got a thought. I want to see how big a hit I can get off of the first dodge. A big one. Bad loop. Retreating attack. Oh, bites. That's new, and that covers the screen. And stomps. Okay, that's new too. Okay, that's the one attack that I know about that I wanted to punish, and I didn't do it right. Okay, so he's got a couple new tricks. So for bites, it looks like he just kind of keeps going on that. There's got to be a cadence to that where I can slip out in between a couple of them. It looked like between his first 2 bites and the rest of the string, there was a nice long delay. The stomping fit was also kind of an interesting attack. I find it noteworthy that he hasn't been using the stomping fit when I've been like around or underneath him. That being said, that initial big attack he's doing, a successful dodge on that, and I can get a full charged R2. Like that. Oh, I'm not dead. Okay, that attack ends with a claw swipe. So I'm understanding the difference between his claw swipes. He's got one big swipe that cuts from his right to his left, and then he's got a quad swipe. Dude, why are you letting that person talk? If a person's just coming in to, like, throw shade, just ban them. Or are these different people? the thing is, like, people, yeah, people bully on the internet when nobody can talk back to them. Like, that is an internet thing, for sure. Oh, well, yeah, ban them both. If it's two, like, people who are coming into your chat to troll them, ban them and report them on Twitch. Ah, I whiffed. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the big swipe is an instant kill if I'm around for it. To where audio comes from the game to the stream. For me, that's just running through desktop audio. Okay, I just need to know how much opening I have on a lot of these. That was a bit of a different attack, I think. Honestly, like, not locking onto this boss is a pain. I'm using Streamlabs OBS. Just like, if you're on Twitch and you go to, like, the, what's it called? The creator dashboard, there's a streaming tools section that has a bunch of different programs you can try to use. There's some good tutorials on YouTube as well, for, like, various options. I was getting confused. He paused for a moment and, like, didn't do what I wanted. Oh, okay. And then he just decided to do all that. Okay. You know, I should have seen that coming because I didn't get killed by the first swipe. It was not the big swipe. So I made a mistake of what his attack actually was. Oh my god, this guy covers so much space, though. I want to fight this dude in, like, the arena that you get to use for the final boss in Sekiro, which is just a gigantic field. I think that might be enough space to deal with this. Bloodborne really has some big dudes in tiny arenas. dodge off in time. That was a different attack type than what I thought it might be. I'm alive, surprisingly. Now I'm not. Predictably. That's the thing, like, I dodged those attacks to the best of my ability, roughly. But I dodged those attacks pretty much the only way I thought I could. And I wound up, like, up the stairs. Like, come on. So one thing I noticed is I haven't really found new blood gems here in the DLC. And that is kind of sorely missed. And it's not for lack of looting either. I just really haven't. I mean, if he happened to be vulnerable to rapid poison, that would be cool. Do I have other rapid poison stuff? Got a tempering at a 7.4. That is nowhere near as good as some of my droplet gem. The droplet gem is like 16% damage. If he turned out to be vulnerable against like arcane, weirdly enough, I'd have a much better setup against him. Well, I'm not going to research the boss just yet. I don't think I'm going to research the boss tonight because I was only planning on playing until midnight, and it's almost there. Whoops. Yeah, it's just a scuffed attempt if he hits me with that first attack. So I'm just going to move on. Oh, yeah, we are at the stroke of midnight. I'm going to give it a couple more attempts to round out the stream timer up to two hours. But yeah, definitely have a lot to learn on this guy. And it is one of those cases where I absolutely know this guy has a second phase that's probably completely different. That was a bit of extra stagger, I think. It was a bit of extra stagger, and then he did an attack type that I'm very much not accustomed to. Yeah, that run across and then leap thing. Not sure what to do about that. I would love to try fighting this boss locked on, if locking on didn't change my dodge properties. I actually need to check online and see what the difference is in iframes between a quick step and a full dodge. How do you make it to where the main thing shows your game? You have to add game capture. Oh, I died. Great. You should look up a tutorial. But basically, you need to configure sources. Your primary source is probably going to be game capture. Either game capture or window capture. You can use desktop capture. I don't like to do that because I don't want to accidentally show things on my desktop that I don't want to share. So my setup is a series of things overlaid. The base layer is a wallpaper I've selected, and then on top of that I layer like the camera or the game I'm playing, the chat window, or anything else I want to do. Okay, so it looks like with a full charged R2, I'm not able to dodge soon enough. Don't know how I was getting away with that before, so let me go back to not doing that. Yeah, there's definitely some other things I need to do in terms of like streamer foo stuff. I think one thing that's smart is you set up one scene that has just your camera feed with a frame around it. Okay, this time he didn't do the head attack. Nicked me. Huzzah! Thanks a bunch. I hope you've been enjoying Endwalker. Yeah, I've been chopping away at Bloodborne. I can do a few more attempts if you want to see what this boss is. This guy is whack. And I will share my appreciation ahead of time for you taking time out of your day tomorrow to come and play D&D instead of just bumming around at home on Final Fantasy XIV. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh, he got me. I dodged a little too early. I might need to tilt the camera up to understand the timing of that attack better. That's right. I actually need to take a lot of the things I typed up for you guys. This is probably what I'll be doing tomorrow before I head over to run the game. I gotta take those things I typed up and make them into actual, like, tables with some probabilities. So that if I want to drop random foodstuffs, I can do that. Like if you go fishing, just be like, you catch this. I can influence it with dice rolls too. That was a completely unnecessary dodge. 4. I appear to be alive. Unexpected. Okay, looks like I'm getting slight staggers, but no part breaks. Yeah, that's kind of how I want to thread the needle in that attack. And that attack is another one that's been killing me. He's got a lot of stuff. This guy does so many things. I think he's got he might have a light he might have a light phase transition. based on kind of the first stagger I'm dealing to him. Oh, and it looks like I'm running out of healing items too. Yeah, that's fine. I think he might have a light phase transition, kind of like Gale, Slave Knight Gale, when you're fighting him in his first phase. There are certain behaviors that he won't do until you've hit him at least a couple of times. I think this guy might be on some of the same logic. There's definitely certain attacks that it seems he won't include in his first few attack patterns. Perfection. Imperfection. So it ate one of my healing item uses there. Like, I tried to do it, and it just didn't happen. So the next time I tried to do it, it was way too late. And that's like... This is like claw nonsense, because I'm moving my fingers all around to be able to do this stuff. I want to just be able to lock on so that I don't have to claw grip for the boss fight. But I can't. Funny thing is, I actually just wish this had the dodging system from Jedi Fallen Order. In Jedi Fallen Order, a single tap, you get a quick step. A double tap, you get a full dodge. And sprinting uses a different button. Sprinting and jumping both. Yeah, I once again, I didn't get a healing item. I thought I had, like, I thought I had the input buffered in, and it didn't come out. I wonder if... Huh. Is the input buffer different in Bloodborne? I know I can buffer... Yeah, that's what's good about it. It's also what I like about Sekiro. It's you have to respond to attacks in up to 3 different ways. Does have a limited range on that. Well, that attempt was going better for a bit. I think that, what's it called? It doesn't seem like anything's giving me particularly big openings. So I think I'm probably supposed to just try and take an opening off of almost every attack. And it doesn't look like I'm getting a big multiplier for the head, so I should probably just attack him wherever it's convenient to hit him. I think going for the head is just a matter of it's there. Like, it's there, it gives me a good view of the boss, and... what's it called? Let's go a little harder. That's different. Okay, so something I attacked caused a lot of stagger, and I was doing a lot more damage with the fire paper, naturally. I mean, that's what the fire paper's for. But not only did I cause a big amount of stagger, I actually heard the critical SFX. So I either hit something that really mattered, or I got I think I got a parts break in there. What did I break? Did I pop something? Does he just really not like fire? If he really doesn't like fire, then I'll get big gains by changing my weapon off to constant fire damage. Something I'm doing, something with the fire damage is causing a big reaction in the boss, and it looks like I can use that to push through this soft phase transition pretty quickly. So that'll help me practice this next set of moves. But I'm going to leave that for another time, because I've only figured out maybe the first 25% of this boss. We got a lot left to go. Um, Thank you for joining me. Good evening. This has been Jupiter Exile. Until next we wander. Good night.